But as I said yesterday, the mainline service, it ceased to be a main line in May 1967 when traffic was concentrated onto the alternative Birmingham to Wolverhampton line with electric trains through to London Euston. It's only just over a mile away from this present site, so you can understand them really only wanted to concentrate on the one route. As I say, then a local service carried on, again using a single car diesel multiple units, probably the same units that were used on the Dudley service beforehand, but that limped on until about until 1972, when the line was finally closed. And I have to say that as a local person here, yes, it might have been nice to have had this railway line through, and it must have been fantastic seeing Great Western Kings followed by British Railways Class 52 Western diesels storming through. But the trams, rather like the tram that is about to pass me at this particular moment in time, and it's car 20. Car 20 really do provide the area of a far better local service than, to be honest, the railway ever did. I mean, it was great for long distance journeys, and even the local stopping trains, which are the far less local stops and stations than there are tram stops on the tramway today. This basically meant that means we're far better served by a much more frequent service. The old Lapworth to Wellington stopping service only ran hourly, whereas the trams are quite frequent. Even on a Sunday here, one's just gone off in the Wolverhampton direction, and car 26 is now heading towards Birmingham. So I've heard complaints off several people I know, particularly railway enthusiasts, who reckon this line ought to have reopened as a railway line. But my counterpoint to that is that even with a relatively frequent service, a railway probably wouldn't have got more frequent than half hourly, and there would also be far less stations along its route. So the tram in this particular instance, I think, gives us a better deal. Not saying tramways are for everywhere. In some cases they're not. But this heavily urban area with relatively low car ownership, meaning people are unlikely to drive too far to railheads, I think the tram's the best option. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.